Hello constant viewers, and welcome to the first installment of Let's Play Doom 3. I know it's been quite a while, but hopefully your patience will be rewarded. I know mine was, because I have a brand new refurbished room. It took forever and it was a pain in the ass, but I have new paint, a brand new desk, and it's absolutely awesome. So I have a great place to LP from now. So hopefully that will help this series move along. We'll be playing this on the easiest difficulty setting, just like with Half-Life, because as we've observed, I suck at FPSs. And when you see the next installment of Let's Play Half-Life, you will get a very, very good demonstration of that, by the way. So, I have technically never played this game before, but I have watched an LP of it. In fact, I watched Kokoskia's Let's Play Doom 3. It was one of the first ones I ever watched, and it not only inspired me to buy this game, which is a game I would never ordinarily play because I hate horror games, but it honestly inspired me to start Let's Playing as well. So this is kind of a tribute to him, as well as I think it should be pretty fun to watch me attempt to make my way through this game. Someday I'll do an LP of a genre that I'm actually good at, so you don't think I suck completely. But then I like RPGs and stuff like that, so that would probably be a pretty boring LP. One thing I do like about this game is the setting. I mean, I'm personally fascinated with astronomy and space travel, and especially Mars, and especially the idea of a base on Mars. For some reason, that's just endlessly fascinating to me. I love watching news about the Mars rovers, and one of my big ambitions is to hopefully see a human being on another planet before I die. That would be really, really cool. I should also mention I have played through this introductory part here, all the way up to the part where you get ambushed by the imp just after the gates of hell or whatever open up. And I did that so I could make the little trailer for this that you may have seen on my channel last month. Originally I had intended to, just make this blind and then cut the pieces out of the trailer, but that just didn't work out. So I have played through this part, but it's not really critical anyway, it's just the introduction. And in fact, I mentioned this in the trailer, but this reminds me a whole lot of Half-Life. It's kind of funny that I'm playing these, parallel to each other, because the intro to Doom 3 here obviously owes a great, great debt to Half-Life with its, kind of long, slow build-up of tension and mood, and that's pretty cool. That's one thing that this game does really well that I really appreciate about it. I mean, if you're gonna steal, you might as well steal from the best. And Half-Life is definitely about as good as it gets. Now, also like Half-Life, this game has a silent protagonist. I mean, at least I haven't heard the Marine that you're playing say anything in the part that I've played. But it doesn't work quite as well as it does in Half-Life, and here's why. I think it's because you're not in first-person perspective the whole time. They actually have cutscenes where you see your protagonist's face, and that just takes away from the immersion and just makes it weird when he doesn't talk. Because it's one thing when it's your perspective and the character doesn't talk, but when it's a cutscene and he's silent, that just feels weird to me. It's like watching a silent movie or something. I mean, not silent because the other characters talk, but I think you understand what I'm saying. And now, of course, we're watching this wonderful little bit of propaganda courtesy the UAC, which is the corporation, I guess, that the Marine works for.
This ensures our goal of providing a true home-away-from-home experience for everyone. Keep this in mind as you help us pursue our groundbreaking research.
Sorry, I was just thinking.
Transform the daily lives of everyone.
I wonder what happened on Earth that the Marines now work for a corporation.
You may bring up any issue with your appointed UAC liaison.
Did they take over the world? I wonder.
Welcome to Mars. First time?
Or, of course, they could just be contractors and they call themselves Marines. Although, I guess that's possible.
Personal data assistant.
I hope that's what happened, because it would be really sad if the corporations took over the entire world.
Download directly. It's important, so don't lose it.
Yeah, it's a good thing you can't drop your PDA, because knowing me, that would probably be the first thing I lose, the most mission critical possible thing in the game that you need at the very end, and I would just drop it or forget to pick it up and get through the whole game and fail. So you can find various consoles like this and download things into your PDA, and you can read emails and watch videos, and it's actually, I kind of like this way of interfacing with the game world. I mean, it doesn't make up for how thin the plot is, but I mean, nobody really comes to a Doom game for the plot. I mean, you actually know the plot going in. But the emails and audio logs do add a nice, they add a nice flavor and a texture to the world of the game, and it really does set the stage very well, and continues to set it.
Welcome to Mars, Marine.
In a lot of ways, the Mars base, the setting and the universe of this game is the most fleshed out character in the game, because I mean, your Marine gets no characterization whatsoever, and from what I remember from Kukowski's LP and from what I've played so far, the bad guys don't get any characterization either. I mean, they're demons from hell. You don't get much more black and white than that. I mean, I guess your major antagonist is Bertruger, but even he is such a mustache-twirlingly evil, obvious villain that you can't really say he's characterized much either. So, yeah, this game is really all about the setting and the mood, whereas Half-Life, I would say, is all about character and story. And if you're wondering how a silent protagonist can be characterized, I plan on doing a write-up of this, about that, on my blog in the next day or two, so you could check that out there if you like and are interested in that. Now here's one thing that's also a carryover from Half-Life.
You better move along. It looks like you've got some important things to do.
Yep, they might be in the military, but your colleagues, they're still assholes. Isn't that comforting? I really do like just poking around this starting area and finding all of the cool things they've hidden around here. I'll point some out to you as we go along in this LP, because like I said, I have played this whole introductory part, and it really is a lot of fun. Now, here's one of those PDA things the guy behind the desk was talking about. We're not going to look at it right now because we don't have time, But when we come back, we are going to delve farther into Mars base. We will check out the PDA, and until then, I'll see you next time.